The views and opinions expressed in Media Litter Sandwich do not reflect on the views of the network, station, studio, website, sponsors, guests, hosts themselves, anyone or anything else associated or even not associated with this podcast. Maybe not even the person that said them. In other words, do your own research and do not sue anyone over what is said on this show.
Welcome to Media Litter Sandwich. I'm Toaden from Toaden.com, YouTube.com/ToadenK, MediaLitterSandwich.com, on all sorts of podcast apps and WDVR. So you can always talk to me in the chat room on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on dvradio.net. And you can always learn about their other shows and all that stuff on .net. It's kind of magic. And yeah, that was a really bad segue to my guest today. It was an amazingly, magically bad segue, but not taking away the bad part. See, I just messed up the segue again. Okay, just introduce yourself. I can't do this right.
Well, hello, I am Steve, the amazing, technically world-famous performer, magician, mind reader, and performer of impossible things.
Wait. Why technically? So you are or you aren't? What's the technical part?
Technically, getting to put technically, and I put it in quotes on my business card and everything. Basically, it gets me able to, for one, it's a joke. It's funny. People like to see it on the card, but then it also gets, it lets me put in that, I mean, I am world famous, but it is much more on a technical level where it's like, there's somebody in like Japan that saw me perform once. There's somebody in... I do also sell books to performers, and I've had those sold throughout the world. So, I mean, it's technically true. And
technically, the podcast is seen all around the world. That
right.
doesn't mean we're popular, but...
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't call myself popular, just technically world famous.
So anyway, so you're a magician then?
Yes.
What else?
I'm just an entertainer all around. Throughout the week, I host trivia at a couple of bars downriver Detroit area, and my wife runs a photo booth company. So I'm always doing something in front of a lot of people, and I'm almost always in front of a microphone, which I think you probably know that life a bit too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. It's just I know you do multiple things.
Yeah.
And most magicians and entertainers do. At least that's the impression that I get.
Yeah. It's, I mean, like, it reminds me back to, like, actors in California and stuff, and then you'd be, like, waiting tables. So it's, like, during the winter months, I'm also driving Uber, so... I've had somebody ask me who the most famous person in my Uber was once, and it's like me.
Aww.
But you took it as sad.
But to be fair, you don't ever know.
That's true. I'm really bad at knowing like local like Detroit sports people. I probably had a couple of them and had no idea. I know my wife had somebody from the Red Wings who doesn't play for the Red Wings anymore, but had him in the car, and she tried to get him to book me for an event. So I think we got close.
Yeah, I mean, I used to go to a bunch of YouTube events, and every once in a while I'm like, wow, that guy has a lot of viewers and subscribers. I just thought he was a bum. Okay.
We did a photo booth for some teenage girl who apparently was one of those kind of people with just a bunch of YouTube followers and had some kind of like vlog online and everything. And it's like, all right, I've wasted my life.
Oh, so tell me about the magician thing. Like
Yes.
how, like what is that like? What kind of lifestyle is like? Do you have a normal gig? Do you just hey, can I play for your kid's birthday party? I mean, what's
I've tried to stay away from kid birthday parties for a while, but you can never escape them. They're always. I end up sending those off to a couple of other friends of mine. But yeah, my day-to-day life is more closer to like house husband who also runs a couple of Facebook pages.
Okay.
Like because I'm promoting stuff for my thing and for the photo booth and for the trivia. And so like that's what I'm doing most of the day. Sometimes I'm writing for like I said, sell stuff for other performers, and I don't have a current like a recurring gig right now. For a couple of years, I was at Motor City Casino, which was crazy. I didn't think they'd let a magician into the casino like for 4 hours a month, like right next to the tables, and
So you're on the floor.
yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, you walk in about 40 feet from the entranceway, and there was like a bar with a big blue wall. It was a big blue, like lit up wall. It was really hard to perform in front of for most people. I'm a pro.
So
it
was
doesn't
this
matter.
on the gambling floor? Because okay. Well, I was thinking sound booth for some reason.
No, it was
that
like in
background.
between the, like, what is it, chromatic and no, not soundboard. No,
soundboard.
yeah, it's literally on the floor,
Okay.
just in front of. It's more or less the middle of the main floor of the casino.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're like not roulette, but now tables over there, slot machines in front of me.
Would you
more
get a
stuff to the right.
crowd, or people just?
You would get a crowd sometimes, yeah. A couple times a night, hopefully. You'd start off with just like one or two people here and there, kind of scattered. It depends on the day. Sundays, it was an earlier gig on Sundays, and everybody on Sundays kind of like knew what they were doing, knew why they were there. They went straight to their everyday game and did not pay you any attention. Otherwise, like Friday, Saturday, you had a bit more of a mix of people that were looking for a fun time and stuff. So yeah, you'd get a pretty good crowd, and then a crowd begets a crowd, and it could be a pretty wild thing. It was a hard gig. 4 hours is a lot of time to do stuff, but it was fun.
Did anyone like think you're famous? Like, here, can you sign this? Can I get your autograph?
I've signed a few things. I've one of my favorites. This was like years ago. I signed some girl's inhaler. In Canada, I signed now admittedly very drunk, but I signed some girl's arm for some reason. I was like, this is a dumb idea, but I'll do it.
Right. Because she's not getting that tattooed.
No. She's not even going to remember the next morning. Like, why is this? What is this? What happened? But yeah, I'm up for it. I've signed a few things over the years.
That does remind me. A few weeks ago, I did an episode, and I talked about going to the local pen shop around the corner from the studio, which we're recording in Foundation. Foundation Hotel, beautiful hotel. Check it out for sure. If you're in downtown Detroit, check out their restaurant. If you can't stay here, well, yeah, around the corner, Penn's Detroit, or Detroit Penn. Someone's going to yell at me. But I got yelled at when I did mention them the first time. Now I'm going to get yelled at again that I messed up their name. That I didn't buy any pens. So I'm going to tell you right now, hey, look, I bought a pen. I bought a space pen. I bought 2 space pens, actually, from them. And I am actually very happy with my purchases. So I just want to shout them out and to tell people that were like, hey, you didn't buy. How can you talk about a store? Just talk about a store and not buy anything. So I bought 2 pens, 2 space pens, and even a nice foldable space pen that is nice and rainbowy for my girlfriend, which if I forgot to give her this pen, now she can remind me if she watches this. Maybe I shouldn't say anything to her and wait for her to watch this, and I'll find out if she actually watches this or listens to this. That's kind of smart. It also just shows how easily I forget things. And, oh, man. See, now I'm trying to segue forgetting things.
I tell you what, you had a really good segue going from signing stuff into the pens. And if you did that on accident, that was amazing.
It was not on accident.
All right.
So
that was a good segue. And I almost wanted to just say it right in the middle of it. But I was like, well, that would destroy the segue. That'd be terrible. That's not how you do a transition.
Welcome, Media Layer Sandwich, where we destroy transitions and segues by talking about them. And by segue, we are not talking about the thing the mall cops drive, although I kind of want one.
Yeah. They do Segway tours around here for downtown Detroit.
Yeah, I kind of want to check one of them out. I don't want to wear the helmet, though, but you have to.
Which, now that an accidental segue, I also used to be a Detroit tour guide with City Tour Detroit. My schedule never worked out for them, so they've trained me twice. They're great people, and if you're ever in the area, you should definitely get a tour with them because they went to hire me twice. They're great people for that.
Yeah, there's a couple good tour companies in Detroit, and I do recommend people. Downtown Detroit is not what it used to be. I do recommend people take tours. I just saw a tour guide, not totally different tour company, and I saw a guy walk around. And they everyone in the tour had Moot Pizza. The new, I think it was Moot Pizza. And I'm like, I want one. I should join your tour so I could get one. He's like, you should. You know where to find me.
Wow, nice. I mean, the city changes like every couple of weeks too. Every time I've come down here, there's some new thing up or getting built or something. Was just here last night, and there's a whole new, I don't know, hotel or apartments or something going up over where they recorded one of the Transformers movies, and it used to just be a big wall with a bunch of graffiti on it. But that's just one example. Tons of new stuff.
So you don't, you stay away from children's parties, like videographers like myself will stay away from weddings. But you'll do casino gigs. Is there like an ongoing other type of gig that you look for that you can get?
There's definitely like, I usually make the joke that I'm a firstborn. I crave attention, so I'll go anywhere that somebody gives me attention. Technically speaking, I mean, kids love me. I have a kid show that I like. It's just not rabbits and top hats, so I don't promote it too actively. I do have a yearly gig that I've been doing for 7 years now that is also a tough but very fun gig, and that's it's OK Cool at TV Lounge. It's a movement, official movement after party, and I perform from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. strolling around with people that are, I'm sure, totally not on drugs or anything. It's the last day of a multi-day electronic music festival, and here I am at 2 a.m. walking around performing until the sun comes up. I don't know why they keep booking me, but I absolutely love them for it. It's a crazy event. You've got to have everything short, quick, visual, and then just kind of get out there. And basically, I do actually the same thing I do for my kids' shows. I just try to look really interesting, and then people will at least remember that, and the tricks don't matter so much. A lot of times, I mean, I'll do card tricks for hours. That was the thing I really started off with. But
you ever autograph a card? I want you to autograph something. I see a lot of people with business cards that are just playing cards with their things stamped on them. I think it's the cheapest thing that everyone thinks is the most original. It's not original. A lot of people do it because they get a pack of playing cards for out of the dollar store, and they just sign something, or they take a stamp. At least a stamp is cool.
Yeah, a stamp or a sticker's a little better, but that is.
But if you are a YouTube channel or something that has nothing to do with playing cards. See, a magician I could understand, especially if your things is magic tricks. I'm not insulting you. I'm insulting cosplayers that literally go, here's my business card, and hand me a playing card with their stuff written on it. Like, see, isn't that original? No. It's not.
The same night that I signed a girl's arm, so there's people in Canada on that, what is it, Olette Street or something, big party street. And there's people there's kind of like in Vegas where they hand out the cards for the strip clubs or whatever. So I walked by somebody and, oh, here's my card. And I just handed them the 4 clubs or something and just kept walking. And they're like, everybody was so conditioned of just grabbing the card. So I heard them a few seconds after I walked away. Huh? So I think is a little better just because you're completely throwing somebody off.
Any information?
Oh, no information. It was literally just a card from my deck, and I never got it back, kind of thing. It was just to throw a curveball on somebody, and honestly, that's what I do more than almost anything.
Better than I think the most confusing thing when I used to go to YouTube conventions was everyone asked for each other's cards, and people would be like, I don't have any cards, and they'd write their information on a piece of paper, and they would rip it off. I understand. I really do. I also understand when you just make a quick one and just literally hand out normal pieces of paper. Totally understand.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is why are you giving me information of your favorite YouTuber? That bothers me. I was like, you are not Charles Trippy. Why are you I say that because first time I went to a YouTube convention, or a big YouTube gathering, someone asked, hey, can someone go get like a sign-in book so I know what all channels here? So I walked around and tried to get everyone to write down their channels. I had Charles Trippy on there about 200 times.
That's weird.
It's because they didn't have YouTube channels, so they wrote down his channel. And then I go to Playlist Live. You are not these cute British vlogging guys when you're a 13-year-old girl. You know, you don't have to give me any YouTube channel. I'm just hanging out, and they'll like start handing out cards of their favorite YouTubers. Why, I don't know.
Which is also weird because it's so easy to get a YouTube.
Yeah,
they could go, come back in 5 minutes. I'll give you my information.
I think it's like a miscommunication where people don't realize that you're meeting creators and you don't have to be a creator to talk to me. So don't pretend that, so like, oh yeah, this is my favorite channel, and then advertise your favorite channel. I'm going to look at you like, that's not you.
Right.
It's okay if you don't have one.
Yeah.
I'm just also advertising mine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I don't, okay, I'm probably going to edit some of that out, but that's okay. I like having something to edit out every once in a while. That way I have a director's cut.
Really?
One of these days I'll make money off of those.
All the unaired footage from 2019.
So besides the cards, what else can you tell me about your act?
I mean, I could demonstrate something for you really quick. So,
is it something that the audio listeners can follow along
I would say
with?
so.
Okay.
I mean, they probably won't know and see everything that's going on, but I'll be as above board as I can, but they'll understand it. What I'm going to do is we're talking about business cards and stuff, and I've got a stolen golf pencil here from Fairfield Glade. That's nothing to do with the trick, but I am going to write something down on it, but I don't want you to see what it is, so that actually works perfect for audio.
So he has his hands behind his back.
Yeah, and in fact, since nobody can keep me fair, I'll keep myself fair. I'm going to put my business card in a envelope. We'll leave it on the table. I've written something on there, and I'm going to actually let you kind of...
Is it a pineapple?
It's not a pineapple. It's not that...
It's not that juicy?
It's not that juicy, and it was done behind my back. It's a much simpler concept. It's just a letter from the alphabet.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is, so what I have to do is I have to get to know people pretty quickly, and I have to guess things that they're thinking of. And I'm going to kind of switch the roles and have you guess something I've written down to kind of get a bit of an idea of how this goes. So I'm going to do everything I can to try to send you that letter.
Okay.
And
right now his business card is inside of an envelope, so I cannot see it.
Yeah, you can't see it, but also I can't
do anything
change
more
it
with
or
it,
do
right?
anything. Yeah.
It's like one of those old mystery date board game envelopes. So
it is. I think it's authentic. I think it's an original. Got it straight from like Match Game 77. They used it for like the final piece.
Video version's different than the audio version. I almost fell on my chair. Anyway.
I'm going to do everything I can to try to send you this letter.
Okay.
So once a letter gets in your head that almost even feels like it's not even your thought, just go ahead and say it out loud.
I just want to sing number G thing, baby.
Is that the letter G then?
Yes.
Okay. I'll let you take the card out. It was behind my back, so it's pretty sloppy, but
it is. Why'd you write down 6? That's
write down
G.
6?
Wow, that's crazy. You just knew I wanted to like sing something random.
There's always some weird reason that it comes out, but there's always got to be some kind of reason that the subconscious has to make sense of it in some way, and I'm excited to have found what your reason was.
A number G thing, baby.
That's funny. Sometimes, especially on audio, if they listen back, they might.
That pays me, so go and subscribe to Toaden K. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
If somebody listens back enough, they might actually pick up on a thing or two that I might have done to try to get you to pick a particular letter, but no telling. A lot of times people go for the vowels; they're just easier. But thankfully, I knew you weren't quite that easy, so didn't pick
At
a
least
vowel.
someone believes that.
I mean, you're having to buy the pens to give as a gift, so I mean I don't know. That doesn't work. That's the reverse. Doesn't matter. I'm rambling now.
Okay. Well, being able to read people is such a good business thing. Like,
Yeah.
what I've actually worked with several psychics. Hey, I used to have Crazy Mark on the show. He was a host. He and he actually worked for a psychic telephone company.
Oh, okay.
He mentioned it on the show, so I believe that's okay for me to say again. He was actually a manager of one of those telephone things, and so yeah, I've worked with. I don't know why, but I've worked with so many different psychics. I actually was a tech director for a pilot for a psychic talk show at some point.
Oh, wow.
And it doesn't matter whether or not I believe any of this stuff. They're really good at reading people.
Yeah, and I mean, I think some of them are even so good that they don't realize that that's what they're doing, and those are the ones that are just real. For me, my definition of mind reading and stuff is just anytime two or more people are sharing the same thought without having spoken it out loud. So I don't go too far into like digging a big definition out of psychic or not psychic. It's just whatever I can do to get two people share the same thought without saying it out loud. I'm happy with that. But reading people is a bit easier. Trusting my actual instincts on it is the tough part. I have a exchange student. I forgot to even mention that. I have an exchange student, so I've got like this 16-year-old German girl living in my house, and I'm just constantly thinking she's lying about stuff, and like I have absolutely no proof. She's such a sweet person.
It could also because she might be translating everything in her head too.
I've wondered, but I hear for the longest time because she knows English really well. For the longest time, she's thought in English more often than German, and she's kind of messing up on a couple of German words lately. We've had her for 9 months now, so next month's our last one, and she ends the school year and goes back, and we'll see her when she's 30. I have no idea.
Wow, that's good. Yeah, I know your wife, and I follow her Facebook, and I know you've had several exchange students. I mean, you definitely see it. You guys definitely like to entertain, that's for sure.
Yeah. We've had full-grown adults ask if we'll be their like exchange parents and just take them on trips and stuff. Which the thing is, we would if somebody in the Detroit area wants to go for a weird trip for a weekend, not a weird trip, just a quick random.
You want to get weird? What? That's not that kind of party.
No. Maybe, but for the most part, no. For the most part, yeah. Like we were in Kings Island in Ohio a week ago, Hocking Hills in Ohio like 2 weeks ago. They were like not even that far from each other, and somehow we did it as two separate trips. It was 4 hours each time. It was so stupid, but both trips are great. Probably end up in Cedar Point in a week or so. I have no idea.
I need to go there too. I got a platinum pass and I barely use it.
Yeah, this is the year to go. This is the year to go for sure. Like, right. I think they're really gunning for like their number one spot back. Ironically enough, a park in Germany has beat them the last 3 years. Europa Park. Number one amusement park in the world for the last couple of years.
So how do you advertise? Is it just strictly Facebook, or do you use social medias?
I do. I'm on Facebook, and then there's a couple of websites that I book through, but you have to pay their fees also. So booking directly through Facebook is the
cheapest.
Yeah. What is it? You don't want to say cheaper. You just want to say the
direct.
Yeah, direct's good. Direct's a good one because you don't want to.
You don't have to pay a third.
Yeah, you don't have to pay the extra.
But if you go through, because I'm not going to insult third parties, because if you go through a third party, they'll help you find someone that meets your needs. So you actually have somebody going through like, okay, you want a corporate party that's good for this kind of environment. they go through the portfolios and pick someone.
Right, absolutely. A lot of times, those are almost even like it's like dating sites for entertainers. You just go and you put in what you want, and it's like, here's 5 possible suitors, and
It's sad, but I've actually thought the same thing the
Yeah.
first time I had to pick voice actors.
Yeah,
I went
it's
through a
just-
company like that, and I saw a former instructor of mine. I'm like, not that one, not that one.
do you want a second date with this Mickey Mouse impersonator? Oh boy. Anyway, that was my own transition. I threw that one in just for fun.
As he's wearing a Mickey Mouse.
That's because
t-shirt.
later today, my brainchild, classic Disney themed trivia, taking over Beer Keller and downtown Detroit, or in what is it, Taylor? I don't know.
It is an ongoing thing because this is not going to be out for several weeks.
I know, yeah. No, my next one at Beer Keller will be Friends Trivia in, sweet Jesus, June, 4th Tuesday of June. Nope, June 6th. Never mind, I lied.
Okay. So check out your Facebook for whatever theme you're going to do.
Yes, yep. We're doing we do a different theme every month, and it rotates from location to location. So we're always doing something.
What's the Facebook?
That one for the trivia page is facebook.com/trivia blast. I said trivia and then BLAST. I didn't name it.
And that's usually downriver of Detroit, Michigan.
We're in like Taylor and Wyandotte and Flat Rock and those kind of areas. Unless somebody has a bar that wants to bring me out there, I will go out there. My game is better than the other games. That's it.
So it's okay. So you're saying the kid show is similar to the adult show. You made sure you had a nice, really cool look that kids remember.
Yeah.
And that translates to the adults how?
That just translated to a specific type of adult that had been at the at a music festival for
Okay.
multiple days. It's the last day of it. So that's the Venn diagram crossover with those two. I do end up performing a lot of the same material from kid shows to adult shows. I just yell for different ages. It's just yelling louder. Usually for the older ages.
How'd you get started when you were growing up? Did you have like a little like magic kit or?
Now there's like 3 stories, and I don't know which one came first, but for the most part, to break it down a bit quicker, my brother had a magic kit, and I saw my mom do something with it one day, and it blew me away, and I didn't understand how my mom was doing something. She's like pouring water from a vase into a cup, and then she'd like empty the whole thing out, took a drink, and then poured more water from it, and it's like emptied again, and she takes a drink and pours more water. I'm like, what is going on? So yeah, I like took the magic kit and like messed with it for a week, and so yeah, I was just somewhere in the 8 to 10-year-old range, getting somewhere between that and like somebody at my great uncle's performed something for me, and like I got a magic book for Christmas, and I just don't know which of those came first. And
you're just like what? Were able to pick up right away, or to take practice?
I think it was something. It was something that appealed to me, and I would kind of come back to it here and there. And then, like when I got brought more into, I went to the same school from like kindergarten or preschool to 6th grade, and so then like switching schools, that caused me to start looking into it a bit more. And then like the next year, I switched schools again. And so it was going into those
Steve
kind
had
of
to make friends, so he had to learn.
yeah, it was going into those kind of
magic
social
trick.
situations. Hey, for the right price. No, I say no, but I mean, there's always a price. It just might be a high price. Is it
Might
worth?
be your lunch, kid.
Yeah, is it worth the price? No, but yeah. So yeah, it was definitely like getting into the more like social situations and stuff. Like new social situations brought me more into performing, and now the last 10 years or so, maybe, I guess, I've been performing much more consistently, and the last, I don't remember, 6, 7 professionally, and the books have been the last like 2 years for other performers. Not that not a lot of performers know me, but some high-end performers know me, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's
so
really
it's,
cool.
Yeah, it's been a nice little ride. I don't know how I got to where I got, but it's cool, and I like it.
Okay. Well, go ahead and what's your social media?
Mine is facebook.com/Steve the Amazing.
All right. And I once again want to shout out DV Radio. You can find the show on DV Radio Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time Zone. And, of course, the podcast you can pick up anytime on your favorite podcast app. If I'm not on your favorite podcast app, let me know. And if you shop on Amazon, use smile.amazon. Our charity of choice for that is DV Farm, which is part of Dysfunctional Veterans, which is also DV Radio is part of Dysfunctional Veterans. It's a really good charity. Go ahead and look into that. And they're still selling some coins. So if you like those collectible military type coins, go check out DV Store. If you just look up Dysfunctional Veterans, you'll find out. I think it's DV Store something, but DV Farm, you can find all that good stuff. DV Farm, Dysfunctional Veterans. It's really cool. And, of course, DV Radio. And now for Toaden Reads, this is where I start reading things off of social media. I'm going to try something a little bit different. I did not pre-do this. I just looked a little bit on this. But I'm going to go ahead and go to Amazon. Actually, I pulled it up on this phone. If you want to if you're more comfortable with your phone, go ahead and use your phone. And I'm just looking up magic kits because I'm curious what people may ask in the reviews or tell us the reviews, or I'm just going to go ahead and read it because I don't know what you might find. And one of the first things I found that was interesting is apparently there's a whole line of Chris Angel, Mind Freak magic kits. There is a whole line of these, and it's kind of funny that there is Chris Angel Complete Magic Kit for $20, but you can get the Ultimate Magic Kit Black for $60. So the Complete Kit has less stuff than the Ultimate Kit. Maybe it's more expensive because it literally says Chris Angel Ultimate Magic Kit Black. So it's more expensive because it's black, or it's ultimate, but it's not complete.
I don't know.
I know what they're going for. It's just kind of funny when you're reading it. It's like
I think it's not something you're supposed to see like one after the other.
And the first question I see on which one is this? This is just Chris Angel Mind Freak Professional Magic Kit for $30. And the first question on here is, does this magic kit include any batteries? No, it does not. So does it need batteries? Do magic kit need batteries?
I mean, I know how I could vanish a battery, so I mean, I guess, but I wouldn't. I don't know.
See, that's what the Toaden Reads is. I literally just read the things. Why would it need batteries? What in a magic kit would need batteries? I don't want to know. Never mind. Okay, I'm just gonna read through, see if I can find anything funny here. First, we got this kit. This $30 kit actually has a lot of good reviews. The first one I see on here, verified purchase, 5 stars, Mr. Randall something. I'm not saying anyone's last names. I got
Though this is public anyway.
Yeah. I got this for our 10-year-old for Christmas. He loves it and did some great tricks. Even performed some great tricks for friends and family. Wait, so those are the same tricks or different tricks?
I think they're the same.
Yeah, but he performed great tricks, and then he even performed great tricks.
Oh, see, I caught him secretly performing great tricks.
He did some great tricks.
But then he also did some in front of people.
Yeah.
That is a very important distinction with a lot of magicians nowadays. You do need to also be able to perform in front of people. People are not included in that particular magic kit, though. I hope. Comes with your very own audience.
Yeah,
we could design our own magic kit.
I'm just kind of shocked that Chris Angel is popular enough to have. Oh, I knew he's popular. Just have a kit that's almost all for kids stuff. I didn't realize that his show appealed to little kids.
I think it's more that magic's appealing to kids, and then Chris Angel is a name. So then it's whose
adults looking
whose
for-
magic kit am I going to buy? Well, I've seen that guy, so I guess that guy.
That makes sense.
And I mean, he does also dress like a 12-year-old, so it does make sense that perhaps some kids would know him. He looks like he could be like a 13-year-old YouTube girl or something. Just bringing it back to some stuff we may or may not have talked about.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on a 1-star. Let's see what 1-star ratings on this is. Half the pieces were broken when it arrived. A very sad little one on Christmas. Well, that's not the product's fault. That's your distributor. Just get with your seller. I'm reading this like they're right there.
They didn't want to like check it, like double check the stuff worked before they like.
Well, if the box is taped up and everything, you want to give the kid,
I guess.
I mean, I don't really open up anything. If something has I don't know how many parts, I didn't read, but if you have 1,000-piece puzzle, you're not going to count to make sure it has everything.
That's fair.
But I will say,
I might still rattle the box to make sure some pieces are there. Like, at least the kid won't find out for like and the kid will never find out if it's a puzzle. No one's going to do a puzzle. But the magic kit, I mean, you might want to take a little peek inside and just kind of go, yeah, this stuff's not broken before you wrap it up for Christmas.
I think that's important. If you're going to buy Christmas gifts more than like a week in advance or like 6 months, longer than you could return it for, you might want to open up and double check all the parts. But this is also how you learn that you need to open up and check all the parts. Or else you'll be like this Amazon customer that gave it a 1-star that just says, my son felt he was ripped off. Cheesy product.
Your son felt he was... Your son
It doesn't say how old he was. Doesn't say...
my 38-year-old son felt ripped off
from
all the other magic kits that he's had.
Yeah, he thought it was for kids, probably. I'm a little stuck on the cheesy product because now I'm hungry. I mean, this is a medium layer sandwich. I could put some cheese on that. Wonder what you get off of. I'm gonna do something not Chris Angel. Let me see here. This is the Phantasma Master of Magic set starter kit for kids and adults. Learn 450 plus magic tricks, boys and girls ages 8 and older. This is $55. And okay, the frequently bought together with a hat, cape, and glove set. Ooh.
This is all making me feel sad, by the way.
How so?
It's just for one. At least none of them are producing bunnies from the hats. At least I guess, do they have the imagery of that?
Here's a wonderful picture. To go ahead, tell me what you see.
I see a kid who looks pretty happy, but he's just wearing a red cape.
Is that a wand?
He does have a wand.
Okay.
I will say I own a magic wand or two. One of them real, one of them came from a box. And I don't really use them.
Oh, he has the red ball too. He's doing can you follow the red ball trick?
He's doing the cups and the balls. He's not doing
he's
the
trying to rob Grandpa
3-shell P game
of some candy money. Hey Grandpa, can you follow the ball?
Here's an interesting one. This one's a 3-star review that says purchase this. Which one do I have here? I've got my first magic show, and now I'm gonna have lost the review. Purchase this for my son's 4th birthday. He likes magic tricks and likes showing off, so it seemed perfect. Many of the tricks in the set seem to be good quality. But it's a 3-star review. There must be more to this one.
I noticed that. I read last week I was reading Rotten Tomato reviews, and there was like 1-star, 2-star, even all the reviews, even the 5-star ones. None of them actually gave a real review. And if you give a 3-star, give a little bit of criticism. If you give a 5-star, tell us why. And that car is going to hit the car in front of it.
Oh, I hope so. That'd be great.
Ooh. Wow.
That's
so
a good...
close. Wow, that valet earns
his money.
They have
such great valets here.
Wow. I know the camera can't see it and video's different, but this car is like almost like a paper thin.
Oh, it's kissing it. Because it moved after he put it into park. It moved then. And I mean, he took it into account.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it didn't touch
5
the vehicle in
stars.
front of 5.
5
That's
stars
a 5
for the
star
valet.
valet.
That's a 5-star valet.
5-star valet.
My son had a hard time paying attention to learning most of the tricks on the DVD. He's 4. Like, that was your problem. Your son's hands are not even like large enough to hold the ball that this box comes with, because there's about 5 things that says this comes with a ball.
And his hands don't even hold the ball.
I will say, go to a magic shop in person. Find one in your local area. Go there. Not only will they sell you good stuff, tell you what is what, they'll also show you how to do it.
They still exist?
They do. There's one in Clawson around here in Michigan. A good friend of mine owns that. In fact, he also worked at Motor City, and people confuse the two of us all the time because we have hair and a face, I guess. We're both white with longer hair.
Okay.
He has dreadlocks. I do not. But yeah, so people confuse the two of us all the time. I saw you yesterday. I was like, was I good? Yeah, you were great. Awesome. Glad you liked it. Here's my card again. Throw out the old one. It's old information.
Okay, for this one, whatever the one I mentioned before, because if you're actually going to buy one of these, just do your own research. Don't rely on us knuckleheads that are looking for entertainment. Sea Weathers. Can I just call myself C. Weathers? That's great. That see all the weathers. Anyway, 1-star review. A bit of background. My 6-year-old daughter received a smaller magic set by Phantasma. So this is not even so a totally different magic set than the one pictured and selling in this one.
Right, but maybe that one was good.
Yeah, she received a smaller magic set by the same company this Christmas, and she really enjoyed it. I picked this super deluxe set after... Oh, wow, I didn't realize that you click it and you get a huge review.
I did realize that. I cut out most of mine just to make it more entertaining. But the lady actually in the 3-star review went into a very detailed process as to why it was a 3-star. But it wasn't as good for radio.
So we're just idiots. Okay. That works. I don't mind being an idiot when it comes to this. Okay.
I was purposefully, that was purpose deception on my part.
Well, they picked up this super deluxe set after Christmas at a good discount because how much she was enjoying the smaller set, but waited till later to give it to her so she could get a maximum enjoyment from the first. Like, just get to the point, lady. She decided to try out for a school talent show. We don't try it out at the school talent show.
Oh my God, no.
It says 4, so it doesn't say at, but
okay.
I don't understand why that information's in here. She did the few from the smaller set. Keep in mind, this is a kid who once cried at a choir concert because she didn't feel like being in front of people, but she wants to perform magic tricks. So that's confidence. That's a good thing.
Right, but also nothing to do with the product that I'm seeing.
Hey, don't let facts get in the way of a good story. I'm still trying. She's still practicing something.
How did she do at the talent show? The viewers need to know now.
I don't know.
Why did she bring it up but gave us no resolution?
Let's see here. Well, she brought it up because because she felt good and was willing to do it in front of people.
Oh, okay.
And she loves practicing and she shows off her tricks. Her failure. I missed something. Now she's saying she failed something. What did she fail?
Yeah, because
her failure is not. What did she fail? I don't see this. She decided to keep in mind she once cried at a choir, blah, blah, blah. She don't like being in front of people. She wants to perform magic. So I'm like, cool beans, kiddo. You go nuts. And of course, she didn't make it to the talent show. She didn't get
dead?
She didn't pass the audition.
Oh, they had an audition?
Yeah, they must have a lot of... Dude, I got into it.
That's not the 4-year-old, right?
This is a 6-year-old.
They had auditions for a 6-year-old talent show.
I got into a talent show in my elementary school for playing piano, and I never played piano a day in my life. I literally just hit the keys in the audition, and then they let me
that is not
on the talent show.
This is not the Magic Kid's fault. That is the school's fault.
Yeah, I was able to go into a talent show just hitting keys. Someone that never played piano, and this kid just wants to play piano for all of you. And I didn't. I made up some
Dong dong ding ding ding
Yeah.
dong 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 dong.
and I made up
Done.
some stupid title, and that was it.
This is the
That's
whisper.
not the well. They're not blaming the kid.
This is Whisper of My Soul from 6-year-old Adrian.
I just
Dong dong dong.
dun 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 dun. Slap it
I've got two things.
Yeah, go for
One,
it.
I'm thankfully, I'm kind of happy about this. I actually see a lot of 4 and 5 star reviews for the most part in just about all these Magic kits, which is kind of nice. So as much as we're finding all the worst ones and bringing up the worst points,
There's a
seems
lot
like,
of good
It
reviews.
seems like there's a lot of good reviews.
As long as the kids enjoy it, that's all
Yeah.
that matters.
It's true. Honestly, like I don't perform just about anything from my original Magic kits, but it's the thing that gets you into the door.
Right.
The second thing, this not so much the review, but just the title of this person's review I find funny is a 1-star review for Jim Stott's Ultimate Magic Kit. It looks like it should be Jim Scott, but it's STOTT. The title of the review is just sometimes less is sometimes just less. So. Not sure why all the positive reviews. It says there should be 350 tricks, but basically they're just saying that there's not, I guess. Very low value for what you get.
Yeah,
This one does not get any bigger. That is just a small review.
People are mostly saying they bought the smaller kit that was cheaper, and they were just as happy with the smaller kit than the big kit. That's the biggest downfall, is that they did too good of a job on the cheaper kit. So if you get the full the more expensive kit with more stuff, they're like, well, we just got a bunch of Joy-Con as we did the smaller kit, and the smaller kit had better tricks in it, apparently. You got to watch your marketing. You got to maybe price out. Okay, so this is a really good thing, so this is going to be worth $10. So how do we make this $20? Let's throw a couple cheaper things. But they get one really good prop.
I'll destroy all the Magic kits right now. And this isn't so much for the 4 to 10-year-old range. This is more like if you're 14 to 50. To be the best magician, for you to be the best magician that anybody in your circle knows, 3 tricks. 3 tricks will do it. You do one that catches people off guard, usually something with, a coin or a pencil or a quick vanish of an item, something nearby, something you would run into more often. So you do that one, catches people off guard. They'll start asking you how you did it. Once you can't take it anymore, you do your second trick. Maybe that one's a card trick. And then you just learn like a third, like really cool one. And you wait until like you're about to leave whatever event you're at. You do that one as you go. You're the best magician that person or anybody in that group will have ever met. That's all you need. I'd even go to say 2 tricks and a bar bet. If you know 2 tricks and a bar bet.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't want to say
look
that.
Up the bar. Yeah, look up the bar bet magic stuff. It's really fun because some of them you will end up in a click hole for quite a while. Those are fun, and one of the things that I realized later on in life is that people use magic for social interaction.
Oh yeah,
and kind of to build up confidence and as a technique, whether to meet new people or to flirt or to, as an icebreaker. I know one, when I was working at university, I knew a professor that would do magic tricks just down the street at a big pizzeria.
Okay.
And he would do magic tricks at a lot of big university the functions that university hosted, like robot like the big robot competitions that the university had. I mean, people were coming in from all over the world for these robot competitions, and he just got this guy performing magic tricks while they tally up the points.
Yeah.
And
well,
it's
probably
just
because
really
he was
cool.
doing it for like nothing or $20 or something. I mean,
the guy's head of an engineering department. He don't need that.
Right. Yeah. It's so much cheaper than getting like a pro. What's the point?
But it's just everyone's into it. You
I think
you
so.
can watch a kid's face and an adult's face all go, "Wow, how did he do that?"
Yeah, that's my favorite part about, because my kids show, since it's not specifically, I'm geared towards the children. The tricks and the things that I do are not so much geared towards that. Like the end of my shows, I bend a fork, a la like Uri Geller, or Yuri Geller, who recently gotten into some fun stuff. We should have read Uri Geller's comments now that I think of it.
I don't know who that is.
He is he was like one of the first like metal benders in like the 60s and 70s. Okay. And he is trying to stop Brexit with his mind right now.
Oh.
And he's...
I missed that episode of Avatar.
Yeah, he's getting in trouble for... or he's trying to not get in trouble for having bent the pipes at Parliament or something.
Wait, what?
So, yeah.
He bent pipes at Parliament with his mind?
And I'm assuming he was nowhere even near Parliament. It's just, you can... But I don't know. Yuri is always up for taking advantage of any kind of situations, I guess would be a way to put it.
Don't let the facts get in the way of a good story.
Well, or you just take a story and add some extra stuff, and that was, I mean, he's an interesting guy. I wouldn't, I've never really seen him not be, I don't know. I've seen some impressive stuff from him. Like, he was studied by like scientists and stuff. Like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm a believer or not a believer on that. I might believe some parts of Uri Geller, but not all of them.
Well, let's end on one more thing to read. I'm just going to pick. Oh, okay. It's like, oh, that one has an angel on it. That's weird. Oh, that's a quilt.
Worst magic kit I ever bought.
There's the magic bullet.
Some old lady's quilt.
Oh, there's the magic bullet because it's a sponsored post with all the magic kits.
Oh God, yep. Now you've gone into that world.
Magic. You know what? I'm just gonna do this one because it looks interesting. It's the Magic School Bus Chemistry Lab. Hey, that's magic, right? Can I read this one?
Sure.
I have no... Oh, it's a choking hazard, so beware. It's a choking hazard.
I'm pretty sure every magic kit, by the way, every magic kit, I think, is a choking hazard. Please be careful.
All right.
But that is how you weed out the bad magicians. Then again, some of them might be the more daring ones. Like, I could make this cup disappear in my mouth.
Always read the instructions first. Like, just because it says, you put the piercing thing through your tongue, you might want to see where you put the prop tongue in first. Just don't follow along with the demo. Wait till they explain it.
I was getting scared that you were reading the review. I was like, oh crap. Yep, that's an important thing.
Okay, let's look at some of these reviews. I was reading the questions as well, just because sometimes you get some weird questions, like, are batteries included?
I got one. Does this come with a ball? Yes. Is a ball included in this? Yes. Same product, same thing. People just weren't reading it, and this guy's got to like go back on his Amazon page every week and go like, yes, there's a ball. There's a ball in the box.
For this Magic School Bus Chemistry set, here's a 1-star review from D. Kizzle. The title is, as a former science teacher, I can say with ... Oh, wait. Why is this title so long? Anyways, I can't read his full title, even in the full screen. So,
wow.
The review is, oh, I see. They just literally copied his review and put it up as his title. Okay, never mind. As a former science teacher, I can say with 100% certainty this product is not worth it. It is... Well, it's capitalized.
Wow. No,
all caps, not.
Not you, him.
It is not as many experiments as you think, as the directions are lacking. Unless you understand what is going on. We did 5 out of 6 experiments with our niece, and she wasn't impressed either. Okay.
You need to teach her better science.
I know that sounds snobby. Oh, hey, read our minds. But save your $37 and buy something non-name brand.
Wow. So we need to like find like the underground chemist, scientist, magic kit Bobs.
Let's see here. Santa brought this for our 6-year-old daughter who loves science. I just want to read this.
What are you giving a review on something Santa gave? Like that's between you and your maker, my friend.
Well, this is for her daughter, and Santa bought it, so why not? We had a great time during the Christmas break. She loves sorting our cards and preparing her. I don't know. Oh, it's probably all the experiments are probably on the cards.
I guess.
That being said, some parts are missing or damaged. Well, you should have wrote that. That should have been part of your review.
Yeah.
Parts are missing and damaged. Had a contact person and have them. After we got them, they were awesome. That should be a review. But no, she never contacted. She had to be creative and finalize the preparation and substitute their own stuff. What that?
Are you sure you didn't just like look at the box wrong? Is this like a? That's a good review, isn't it?
It was a 5-star.
It's a 5-star review, and stuff's broken and damaged and missing, and she had to do her own stuff.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's not a paid review because stuff would have been missing.
That's weird.
That's a career.
We can't trust anything on the internet. I think that's our main takeaway from this. The only people you can trust are magicians, I think.
And that valet who's doing another one. Oh, wow.
I can't wait.
Yeah. All right, enough of us being distracted. We're going to go away now. All right, so once again, Steve the Amazing, where can people find you?
They can find me at facebook.com/Steve the Amazing. And occasionally it's some, I do a lot of events, but not as many of them get to be public, but occasionally you'll run into me at one of those.
All right, do you have anything on YouTube or anything they can watch, website besides the Facebook?
Yeah, I've got some stuff on YouTube. That would be youtube.com/theusedmagician. That's USED. And I think the good videos of that would be posted on the Facebook anyway. Also, Instagram at The Used Magician shows me taking pictures of cool places I've gone to because I don't have a real job to have to worry about. So that's nice. Thank you, everybody.
And, of course, I'm Toaden from Toaden.com, MediaLitterSandwich.com, and you can find the podcast all over the place. If we're not on your favorite app, let us know, and we'll try to get on there. We are on Spotify. We are on Podbean. We are on Stitcher. We are on iTunes. We are on a bunch of stuff. If you just say, Alexis, play Media Litter Sandwich. I'm sorry if I set off anyone's Alexis things. Or Google Home, play Media Litter Sandwich. Not so sorry. Sorry.
They'll be currently listening to it if that's what's happening. They're currently listening to your show and you're just messing it up.
Right. And I'm also waving to wonderful people on the sidewalk that waved to me earlier. That was really cool. Okay. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please, go ahead and leave reviews. They really do help. If you want to go ahead and leave a review or comment on Facebook, we have Facebook Media Litter Sandwich group. We talk, of course, on the dvradio.net. We talk if you comment on YouTube, I will respond. And, of course, you can always email at podcast@MediaLitterSandwich.com. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this discussion, and may the algorithms be in your favor.